know you're watching me.
Oh, what's up, YouTube? This your guy Heck, the host of the Morning Brew, and I am chilling with my guy, my brother from another mother, Mr. Pete Seminary. Petey boy, what it do, baby?
Yo, all is well in the world. The stars have aligned, and here we are,
sir.
damn it.
Absolutely, the stars have aligned, as they said. Mars is in Jupiter in the moment. Shout out to the chat. I want to give a quick roll call before we continue. TC Stills is in the building. Mr. Crackle Nuts is in the building. Philo Ramos in the building. Anthony Garcia, what it do, my guy? And the other Anthony Medina's in the building.
We got all the Anthonys. Anthony.
We got all the Anthony. Yeah, Anthony. I'm an Anthony.
Yeah,
that
you're an
man's
Anthony. I'm an
Anthony. That was kind of pretty funny at the event when Jared kept saying Anthony. I kept looking.
You kept looking around like, who?
Alex was saying Anthony. You're like, who's saying Anthony?
How you know?
But we here. Another week of baseball is in the books, my brother. Shout out to the chat. If you guys can, hit that like button for the boys as we continue the conversation.
The boys. Greatest tagline of all time, by the way.
What it do, baby?
Man, it's all is well, fam. I mean, all wasn't well yesterday. We know that, but I mean, you know, we'll talk about that a little bit because the Yankees got a little hanky panky action from the the Minnesota Twins gave the Yankees a wedgie. They gave the Yankees a wedgie. No doubt about it.
They gave them a wedgie. They gave them a swirly. They took their lunch money, took their Reese's Pieces and all of that, bro. But besides the Yankees putting out a clunker versus the Minnesota Twins, I got to congratulate you, my guy. This Tuesday, Pete Seminetti will be calling the game with our friends Scott Braun and Eric Kratz from Foul Territory. I can't wait for that. Listen, all you guys out there, yesterday prices are not today's prices. If you guys didn't realize NYY News TV was legitimate, after Tuesday, the stamp will be there. MLB Network's own Scott Braun. All you haters out there, just keep on hating from a distance. Grab your popcorn, grab your chicken nuggies, because we like
juicy. The hate is the juice at the end that we wash it down.
Of course.
That's all that is, fam.
Like Tupac said in the movie, you got the juice now.
Facts. That's right. You got the juice now. Man, I tell you what, though, man. Shout out to our brother, Jigga Man Porto, who got that set up. Who got that set up for us. One thing about Jigga, man, Jigga has a heart of absolute gold. I gotta say it, man, because he didn't have to. He didn't have to say, Pete, you know, let me get these guys with you too. But we're a family, man, and that's just the fact of the matter is we are truly a team, and we're doing great things together. And I tell you what, I got things already lined up because Scott Braun, man, me and Scott Braun got to talk about that Yankees facial policy because he don't like it. And I got to talk to him about it. He don't like it at all. Eric Kratz likes it. So good thing for me is going in, I already have a one-up on him because I know Kratzy's in my corner.
Yeah. It's one of the other. Scott Braun, he's more of a young kids type of baseball guy, and I've had conversations with Scott Braun, an amazing guy, and as well those guys over there at Foul Territory, they're going to be helping us out during the season as well. So this is not a one-timer, right? Foul Territory is going to be with us for the entire season. They already told us behind the scenes. Scott Braun does amazing work over there with Eric Kratz, Todd Frazier, Adam Jones. They just announced today that Lorenzo Cain is coming to their team right now, so they have a solid squad over there. Cliff Floyd does work with them as well, so I got to be able to get me Uncle Cliff Floyd during the season. That's the one that I'm trying to get, Uncle Cliff Floyd.
I tell you what, today they had Andrew McCutchen on. I would love to talk to Kutch. I would love to talk to Kutch. And you know what? He's a good one to talk to about the whole facial hair policy in the Yankee thing because he cut the dreads off when he came in.
Cut the dreads off, have to put them in the hat. And Andrew McCutchen, even for that half a season he was with us, he was pretty solid.
He was awesome. My fiance came down and saw him on the screen. She was like, "Who's that?" I said, "Well, he used to play for the Yankees. He was really good. I actually thought the Yankees were going to re-sign him. I kind of thought he fit, and they didn't do it. But Kutch was the man with the Yanks for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely was. He's now that Frenchie Cordero starting to look like Kutch a little bit early part of the season.
Frenchie, baby.
But I gotta ask you, bro. Did you hear that call from John Sterling, bro?
I have not.
You can bet the Ranchie on Frenchie.
It's good. I mean, John's good, man. Look, I try to be good. That man's 84 years old, still doing it. I could only hope. Yeah. I could only hope that I got the sharpness and the wits at that age to be doing something like that, because my man, to be coming up and it's funny because that's not a good call, man. You be 84 years old and do it.
Yeah, especially when it's off the top of your head.
Do it. Exactly,
off the top of your head and everything like that.
Let me tell you something. John Sterling, to me, after, and I've said this before, I've said it countless times, man. Guys like John Sterling, even though I don't agree with a lot of Michael K's opinions, Michael K, I got a whole new world of respect for these guys. Yeah. Because calling a game is not easy. No. Keeping people entertained for long is not easy to do. And those guys have done it for ages now. So shout out to those folks.
And what people don't understand, like, it's kind of easy to like be able to record a 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute type of video. But when you have to be on screen for 2.5, almost 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours calling the game, you got to be able to keep the audience, the chat entertained. And also, you got to be able to keep your voice good as well, because you can lose your voice easily. Trust me. We both know about that.
We know about that one. No doubt about
Definitely that. But John Sterling, if you're listening, I came up with one for you, right? So just imagine this. Frenchie hits it to right field. And you can be like, oh, the Frenchman, Sacre Bleu. Right there, John Sterling. If you want to save that, you can use that one, John Sterling. I was practicing I was practicing that all night for you, John Sterling.
But Pete, if you want,
bring up the first tweet for the fellas so we can have the conversation.
Wait. You said the fellas. I need you to say for the
boys.
There it is. All right, let's switch on over, and we have El Topico, number 1.
Yes,
this
sir.
is from at NY_Evil Empire. One of the most eventful Yankee series in recent memory, of course, from the left to the right. You got El Bat Boy. Then you have the ump that got blasted in the head. Heck, I don't know if you saw my call on that one, bro. I was crying.
I rewatched it like at the end or whatever because I was out and stuff. But the umpire, I know Pete and I were laughing right now, whatever. It was funny in the moment. He is still, as of right now, still in the hospital recovering from this. So hopefully he's good. Like I said, we're laughing, joking. So hopefully he's good.
No doubt. During the stream, if you hear me, I go, oh my God, they killed him. And I was like, he did a flip. And I just started screaming. I thought it hit him on the back.
Yeah.
That ball blasted my man in the back of the head.
Yeah, it hit him like right here.
And when that happened, I said it on the stream. I was like, I just hope he's okay, because that is no laughing matter. I mean, that had to hurt. That put that man out.
Yeah, if you guys
Steele says he was just released, so good for him.
Oh, he was just released. Thank God.
Good.
God. Knock on wood. Hope all is well. Yeah. When I was watching the highlights, somebody on Twitter, they took the scene from Boys in the Hood and they put the audio. Ricky, bang.
Oh, that's messed up, man. That's messed up, man.
But
Boys in the Hood is so underrated. What an underrated movie,
classic.
Man.
One of the classic movies of all time.
Easy,
but like I said, TC still just let us know he was released from the hospital, so
Facts.
all seems like it's well. He'll probably be out there in a couple of years, but in the moment, it was just one of the weirdest things. I've never seen anything like that. An umpire get hit with a ball and then
not like that.
No,
not like that. I mean, I've seen umpires, of course. A line drive hit him in the leg. They're trying to jump out the way to kick the ball by accident. I ain't never seen a dude get blasted in the head that way.
Yeah. From the second baseman also. From Andre Jimenez. He was holding something inside. He was like, you want to call a ball, right?
Yeah. He was like, this is for that call earlier that happened.
Yeah.
Making us sit in the field all day.
But we'll get back to the Yankees ball boy, right? We'll get back to that momentarily. But the issue with Aaron Boone and the umpires, right?
Yeah.
I understand Aaron Boone's frustration because there's certain parameters that MLB put when it comes to making a challenge call. You got to be able to do it in the right amount of time. Ultimately, do we want the umpires to get the call right? We absolutely do. We definitely want to get the umpires to get the call right, but it can't be out of the parameters and the rules that Major League Baseball put into place. What's your thoughts on that, Pete?
Yeah, man. I had a couple of different thoughts on it. First, again, if you guys know Game Season Live, we have fun. It's entertainment. We joke around. First, I was saying, oh, my God, Boone's getting bullied. Throw him out of the game. Throw him out of the game, Mom. And I was cheering when Boone got thrown out. But then after watching everything, I even said on the stream, I said, hey, look, if Francona did not call for that in the right time frame, the play on the field should have stood, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then what I thought, and I still don't really know what happened here, so maybe you could fill me in. What I assumed that happened was that the umpires recognized that they made a mistake because they convened together, and they were like, all right, we're going to review this. So I don't know if this was even something that they were waiting on the other team to review, or they just decided we made the wrong call, we believe, let us review. I don't know what happened there still.
Yeah.
I still have no clue.
When I was watching, because I had you on and I had the game on simultaneously, watching both at the same time. So I put the volume up on the game, and that was the first thought that I had, that the umpires got together once they saw that they made a blown call.
Or maybe one of the umps said, hey, no, he was at, like, whatever, that was the right call. I saw that. And then they reviewed it together and go, okay, well, we got to fix that.
But me, I like the idea of the umpires getting together and saying, you know what? We have to correct this.
Of course.
Right? Because we want them to get the call right. If the call was, if it was in reverse and it was in favor of the Yankees, us Yankee fans would want the umpires to get together and make that call. But if it's the umpires saying, no, Terry Francona, he challenged it in the right time frame, that's not what happened. Watching it, that's definitely not what happened.
No way. That's definitely not what happened. Because I think you got 15 seconds after the play.
You have 1 minute to acknowledge them. You got to put your arms up, right, to acknowledge the umpires that you're waiting for your crew to let you know to challenge it. Once you acknowledge, once you acknowledge it to the umpires, then you have 15 seconds to tell them that you're going to challenge. But
so what you mean? It's like, okay, hold on, like, Paul, wait a second, and then they say, okay, you got a minute. You listen. You tell your people challenge. Okay, go ahead. Okay, that makes sense.
But the thing is, you got 1 minute to let the umpires know that, wait, we're just getting from our guys in the booth. Then after you acknowledge it to them umpires, then the time clock starts and you got 15 seconds to tell them you want to challenge it.
To want to challenge and make that call. Okay, that makes sense.
But what happened is they waited till that pitcher went out there to do his warm-ups, and once it was on the big screen, that's when Francona signaled to the umpires. That's not a minute.
Well, then, and it's like I said before, Boone had every right to flip out and be upset in that moment. No question about it. He had every right. And good news is the Yankees came back and won.
They still won. They still won that game. Yeah, but you heard Boone at the end of the game, right, giving his explanation. He said it. He's like, do we want the umpires to get it right? Ultimately, we want them to get it right. But you got to be able to do it in the parameters that MLB has set up there. That's the only thing. That's the only gripe that he had with the situation, bro.
I agree. And he's right. He's 100% correct.
Let us know in the chat what you guys think. If you guys give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down when it comes to that one. And as well, we got 37 people in the building. Hit that like button for the boys as we get into the next conversation. Go ahead, PD.
All right, let me switch it on over here. The next conversation of the day is from @Playoff Tanaka, our friend Gabe. Gabe says, what a great tweet this is. Yankees tweet out, we apologize to all loyal fans who spent money to come to this game. All fans can receive a complimentary chicken bucket in section 108, courtesy of the Steinbrenner family.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of people thought this was real. A lot of people really thought that this was the Yankees.
No joke. I started saying this in my head. There's no way that's real. And two, there's no damn way that's real. So I was like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that is real. No way.
Nah. But this was catching traction on Twitter, and a lot of fans actually thought this was real. And apparently, at the stadium, they had to make an announcement that, no, we're not giving free chicken buckets out during at section 108. This was like in the 5th or 6th inning.
Oh, it really went that far?
Yeah. My friend BX Bomber was at the stadium. This is the only reason why I even brought this tweet up, because he was at the stadium. He told me, yo, bro, go on Twitter and check what's going on Yankees Twitter right now.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, so
hilarious yet legendary.
Yeah, all you Yankee fans out there, this is on the same par as the Arson Judge situation, right? So you gotta be able, if you're gonna go get a source from Twitter, you gotta be able to vet it properly and make sure that it's the actual Yankees, because this wasn't the Yankees right here. But it was pretty entertaining and pretty funny.
We know they ain't giving out those damn chicken buckets. We know they're not giving those things out. We got
especially
one.
When they're like 22.50. Oh yeah,
we got one over there.
Joe,
fam, I'll tell you what, though,
Halal as well.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. That chicken bucket was all right.
No,
it was all right.
Listen, look, for some frozen chicken tendies, those are pretty good.
Yeah, for some frozen chicken tendies, they load up that money with French fries at the bottom. I mean, if that's your one thing to eat that day, that ain't that bad for $22.
You good look, for the rest of the game.
Trust me, bro. Like, that's the first time I actually went and I got the chicken tendy bucket. Because, you know, me and you are major fans of chicken tendies.
That's a fact.
You know, we love chicken tendies, no matter what.
Chicken tendies, dino chicken nuggies, all that.
Dino chicken nuggies are goated, are forever goated. I got some in the freezer upstairs. But I got that day, and I even told my fiance, baby, you know, we could share this together. We ate that whole thing. We didn't finish it. There was still a bunch of fries on the bottom, but I think I ate every damn chicken tendy. Poor girl probably got like one chicken tendy, and I just tore up every single one of them. But it's not that bad. But yeah, the Yankees ain't, you know.
Give it like this, right? Say, like, if you're somebody that goes to the stadium to drink and have a good time, you get yourself a bucket of chicken tendies and French fries, you're set. You don't got to worry about having to fill your stomach up because you're drinking. You'll be cool on that. All that starch from that bucket will be good enough for you so you can last out and keep drinking for that entire game.
It'll soak everything up for you. It'll soak everything up for you. You're good to go. Keep
and then also, too,
throw those beers back.
I didn't throw this tweet out there, but I wanted to get your take on this because the Philadelphia Phillies, right, with this whole speeding of the pitch clock and stuff like that, they're selling their beers and alcohol after the 7th inning, and apparently it's causing chaos inside of that stadium. Fans are fighting, people getting more drunk. It was an incident that happened over the weekend that cops had to arrest a few people outside of the stadium. What's your thoughts on that? Because I think the Philadelphia Phillies are going to have to change that. It's going to have to change that rule because it's not a safe environment.
You know, for me, I know the game's quicker, but just keep it to 7th inning.
Yeah.
Keep it the rules the way it was before. Well, because you need another beer by the 8th because the game's shorter. So what did you have a time limit on how many beers you could drink? I mean, just keep it before that because, look, I think Matt Strom came out and talked about it and was like, you know, are we not considering the fans that are going to have to drive home? Some are probably driving home drunk and we're not giving them time to sober up and this and that. And look, everybody's an adult that's drinking. They should be. And they should be able to make that decision is, hey, can I drive home? Do I got to wait? Should we go eat something? Should I wait a while? I don't know. I keep it the same. Now, he mentioned bring it up to like the 6th inning. I don't know what the answer is. To me, I would leave it the way it was before and just say, well, baseball's baseball. Yeah, the game's a little faster now, but you got until the 7th inning. You still got, you know, the 8th, the 9th to sober up. And again, like I said before, you know, we're adults and there's going to be fights at baseball games. You know what I mean? There's going to be obnoxious people at baseball games. We know all that. That's always going to happen. So I don't know. There's a way to fix it.
Me and you was about to pull a Dudley Boys on some, young kids that were
3D. We're going to have to, I was about to say, Hector, get the buckets.
Oh, God. Yeah, but no, ultimately, like Pete said, if you're going to go to the stadium, if you're going to indulge in alcohol at the stadium, if you're an adult, just be responsible. That's it. Ultimately,
like everyday
just be
life,
responsible.
Man. Nothing changes. Be responsible.
Nothing changes. Just be responsible. Oh, we got a super chat in the building. Our guy, Mr. Rod Thompson.
My guy.
They said they call me Rod. Rod says, how you doing? Rod says the Yankees have a lot of decisions to make when Bader comes back. Rod thinks Hicks won't be here since Frenchie has been on fire. Your thoughts? Listen, Rod, from your mouth to God's ears. Hopefully, when Bedard comes back, Aaron Hicks, he gets the boot.
Bro, I mean, we don't want Hicks here right now. So,
yeah,
I mean,
let alone wait the whole week.
Facts. We don't have to wait. I mean, we can release Aaron Hicks right now and nobody's going to be upset. It's like I said before. It bothers me that the New York Yankees allow money to take a spot away from a young guy like an Elijah Dunham, who is in AAA, who's a very, very good talent for the Yankees. Could easily be in that 4th outfielder role, and I think fans would be like, oh, cool, Elijah Dunham's playing today. I want to watch Elijah Dunham. Instead, when it's Aaron Hicks, it's like, yeah, I might skip the ball game today.
Yeah, and, you know, what's funny about the whole umpire call, and we'll get into the next topic real fast, but what's funny about the umpire call with the whole situation with Boone and Francona is that Aaron Hicks, he's being able to skate free. Because if he made those plays, if he was able just to make those plays, we wouldn't be having these conversations.
People got mad at me on Twitter because I tweeted that. And some people got upset, but that wasn't fair. Yes, it was. Those were all catchable balls. Those were all catchable balls by an average center fielder. Every single one of them.
Point blank.
Every one of them. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. So let's get into the next one before we catch an aneurysm talking about this guy.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
This is a good one. I ain't gonna lie.
Here's our friend, everybody.
His name is IKF, aka I Can't Feel, but apparently Shohei Ohtani move over. We got the best two-way player in all of baseball with IKF.
Well, his new name is Isaiah Kiner Palefa because I can pitch is now his new initials, IKP. IKP.
It was pretty funny.
This is the most excited I've been to watch IKF as a Yankee. I don't disagree with this. I don't disagree with this one bit. This is the most excited I've ever been to see IKF throw a damn baseball. Be on a field.
Eephus pitch that he threw, it was clocked at like 34, 35 miles per hour. It is the slowest pitch any Yankee has thrown in a game. And guess what? He just put himself in the history books with the Yankees just on that one pitch right there.
Yeah,
so for the rest of our life, we are going to be reminded on April 13th, IKF pitched to the game where he threw a pitch that clocked at 35 miles per hour.
You know what bothers me? I don't know, and I don't know if we got some baseball historians in this chat. We might, but has there ever been a person come in a game and throw the ball underhanded? That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see that. Just do a granny throw like the basketball, but do it a baseball. And just
I'm not sure if it's a baseball rule that you have to throw it underhand. I'm not sure if you have to throw it underhand. We got to look into the rules, right? Because when baseball was first being put together, they had rules that, if you look at old footage of Babe Ruth talking about hitting, they called the choke hitting. It was two types. It was choke hit and it was swing hit. I don't understand the logic because both of them you're swinging. But Babe Ruth said this is the swing hit and this is the choke hit. And those were the rules that you either had to do a swing hit or a choke hit.
Babe Ruth was 100% drunk when he talked about that. There's no doubt in my mind. Babe Ruth was drunk. He had about 26 hot dogs that day. My man was blasted, fam. He was blasted that day. He don't know any of that. But look, there's cats that do submarine arms, submarine throwing. That's underhand, basically. I mean,
to a degree,
coming down here, it's the same action
angle, knows?
Kind of.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll see the granny pitch one of these days in MLB baseball. I'm not sure if it'll be seen, but what would you rather face, an underhanded pitcher or a knuckleballer, Pete?
Oh, man. I would have to go, if I want to get a hit, I'm going with the underhand pitcher because the knuckleball, the way that thing moves. Nah, yeah, the way that thing moves, I don't know. That thing moves better than Shakira with them hips.
Oh God, the hips don't lie with that one.
The hips don't lie with that one. I don't know there.
I want to give another shout out to the chat. The top moderator of all the moderators, Jira, is in the building. La Reina,
beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance.
Hope all is well. Hope all is well. My guy, 19 Con Man, is in the building. We got Hirsch in the building. Our guy Hirsch. The real Bigfoot. The real Sasquatch is Hirsch. Tyler Tabbitt is in the building. Sunil is in the building. Frankie Baseball is in the building.
Oh, shout out to Frankie.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie.
Shout out on that
Frankie,
video,
you a go. You a go. I literally rewatched that video about like 10 times. And that one scene with you and Spanky. Oh, you good, you little fuck.
You want to know what's comical about these things, man? I don't remember half of the stuff I do.
Yeah, I was watching with
so when I see it, I'm like,
that
what?
Shit.
The best from you is like he said it was right in the butthole.
Yeah, because you have the one down the dick, so I didn't want to copy you, so I had to switch it up a little bit.
Right down the butthole.
But no, appreciate everybody who's in the building. Hit the like button for the boys as we continue the conversation. Pete, my guy, let's throw up the next one.
Let's do it. And this is everybody's new best friend.
Oh yeah,
Yankee Bat Boy galore. The viral Yankees Bat Boy is actually in a band, and he got Anthony Rizzo to wear their shirt. Have you ever heard of The Doors? Have you ever heard of The Open Doors? That is his band, The Open Doors.
Yeah, I gave them a follow on Instagram just to show him some love and stuff like that. Nice. And shout out to Anthony Rizzo, because this is what a class act is, right? You had Michael K. trying to humiliate this guy, right? Trying to make fun of him, trying to go super edgy. You're not an edgelord, Michael K.
What's K's problem recently, too?
I have
He's doing
no
this
idea.
A lot.
He's coming at the
somebody
fans
brought it to me
online.
and said, I feel like it's the ratings. He's trying to get more people to tune in. It's weird because it doesn't make sense.
When you're the 26th ranked talk show in New York City, no wonder you're trying to do that. And first of all, I didn't even know besides WFAN there was 25 other ones, right?
I mean, I couldn't name any of them.
That's how you know you're doing bad. But no, Anthony Rizzo was able to turn this story into a positive story, and this is what a class act does.
Facts.
This is why Anthony Rizzo, Aaron Judge is our captain, but Anthony Rizzo is right there with him to be that co-captain. And Anthony Rizzo, if somebody was born and bred to be a Yankee, this Anthony Rizzo, because the way he carries himself, the way he puts the team first. Yesterday, when the Yankees were getting blown out, he had 2 home runs, and he was still in the dugout trying to cheer people on.
Yeah, facts. And look, he had 2 homers yesterday. It was great. But speaking of the open doors, I've actually looked up to some of their hits. Baby, Won't You Put Out My Fire.
Okay,
Riders on a Clear Day.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, great.
They got some great names. That's one thing I'm going to say. They got some great names. I've seen I went to a deep dive and saw a few of their live performances, and I'm not going to lie, they're pretty entertaining.
Nice.
Pretty entertaining. Nice. Make sure you guys check out the Open Doors. If you could give them a follow on Instagram just to show love, you definitely could do that. And ultimately, they were able to turn this story into something positive, and you love to see it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And that's what Anthony Rizzo does, man. Anthony Rizzo is just one of those guys. You could tell, man. You know, they probably heard. What was Kate? Kate was saying what about the hair policy?
The hair policy, saying he looks sloppy, his sneakers, the whole Joe Dirt situation on the show, and Peter Rosenberg wants to be, the next Craig Carton when he can't be Craig Carton. But Peter Rosenberg, listen, when it comes to Peter Rosenberg, I respect what that man has done when it comes to hip hop, being the voice of hip hop, being on Hot 97. I get that. But when it comes to takes like this, you could see someone's trying to be an edgelord. You're not an edgelord. You're not edgy, right? So just stop it, because you're faking the funk, and we can smell it from a mile away.
Yep, no doubt about it. Yeah, man, leave the kid alone, man. Let him do his thing. He's not playing on the field with the New York Yankees. That is a New York Yankees player rule. I know it extends in the organization, but come on, man. You gotta put the cameras on the bat boy, and you being Michael K tried to humiliate the guy. Leave it alone. And I think what the good thing about it is, and it's backfiring. And he's probably getting a lot of love, like you said, a lot of follows, a lot of support for his band. Anthony Rizzo probably said, "Yeah, I'll plug your band. Why not? Let me take a picture with you." Throw his shirt on, take the picture with him, and it plugs his band. Cool, man. We know we've made music. It's not an easy business. It's a hard business. So if you get something like that, by all means, man, it's a nice little thing for him. And again, shout out to Anthony Rizzo for continuing to be the man.
Definitely. And apparently, when it comes to Rizzo, was the one who went and found him. He went purposely to find him. Like, listen,
Anthony. Sounds like
let's
Rizzo.
turn this story. Let's just try to turn this story into something good. Like, lean into it. And apparently, Anthony Rizzo is the one who gave him those blue cleats so he can match with the Yankees uniform. Right. So shout out to Anthony Rizzo. He is definitely a class act in my book.
Yep, no doubt about it. Rizzo's the GOAT, man. When the ball hits the sky, like a big pizza pie.
It's a Rizzo.
Me and you got to sing the first one together in person.
I know. That was amazing. And we had that good drink. That drink was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. It's a Rizzo.
Oh, That's a Rizzo was banging.
Oh, yeah.
That was
hidden.
Delicious. I don't even know what was in it, but it was good.
Whatever was in it, make me two.
Yes. Give me a double quick.
Dos.
Give me the double.
Let's jump over to the next one. And you guys out there, if you guys don't know Foolish Baseball, it's a good YouTube channel. They put great videos out when it comes to essay format type of videos. And this is one of the GOATs out there in the YouTube world. If you guys can, go to this tweet right now. Blow it up. Tag NyynewsTV. That way Foolish Baseball can recognize that NYY News TV when it comes to the Yankees podcast. That is a podcast for the fans, by the fans. So you can blow it up. Make this go viral. Let's try to ratio him in the chat as well. What's your thoughts on this one right here?
Yeah, and let me just read it too. So if anybody is just listening, Foolish Baseball says, one thing plaguing the baseball industry is that there aren't enough podcasts about the Yankees that are not only by the fans but also for the fans. Guys, he just basically summed up what NYY News TV is. I mean, real talk for the real fan. I mean, that is literally what our tagline is to this company, is real talk for the real fan. So yeah, guys, do me a favor, go find that. It is at Foolish BB. At Foolish BB. Everybody blow that mess up. Be like, that is exactly what NYY News TV is doing. So maybe we'll get a little additional recognition there. Why not?
Yeah, get a little extra traction. Frankie in the chat. Listen, Frankie, you got one job to do. Take this clip right now from Get Yanked, put it into a video, tag Foolish Baseball in it. That way we could all start blowing it up and we could ratio him in the Discord, in the tweet.
Big facts, man. Big facts. That's exactly what we do. That literally sums up what my idea of NYY News TV was from the very beginning and what it has already become. What it has already become, which is awesome.
It's a home, like you build something special here, right? When you look at everybody who's a contributor over here at NYY News TV, we are all diehard Yankee fans. We aren't your normie fans that just watch every other day or whatever, that just follow just to follow. We don't get corporate sponsored tickets and just go to the game just to fill up the seats. No, we are diehards over here. We ride and die with this team.
Yeah, I could have very easily said, hey guys, you know what, yesterday's game, you know, we'll cut it in the fourth. It's a blowout, everybody. Go have a good night. I said, no, I'm gonna have fun the entire time I watch the Yankee game because, you know, imagine missing that and the Yankees somehow made a comeback. Do you remember years ago? I don't know if you remember this. The Yankees played the Rays. It was when Ruben Sierra was around, and I think even Glenn Allen Hill maybe. They scored like 13 runs or like 11 runs in like the 7th or 8th inning and then came back and won an absolute blowout of a game. And the Yankees came all the way back and won.
That's when
the
Rays
thought of that happening.
The Rays had Jorge Cantu, Toby Hall, and Aubrey Huff on their team, and Carl Crawford. Yeah, I remember that game.
I was about to say that's when the Rays didn't start years 13-0. Those were the good days.
Oh yeah, those were the good days. Yeah, those were
when they sucked. Now they got to be a pain in my ass.
Yeah, when they were the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Now they're just the Tampa Bay Rays. But let me ask you. Seeing that they're 13-0, I know we've had the conversation when we did our early season predictions. Did you expect the Rays? I understand the schedule was what the schedule, but did you expect them to start off the season this hot?
No. But the thing is, that's a team that it just never shocks me. It never shocks me. Kevin Cash is arguably one of the best managers in baseball, and I can explain to you very easily why he is. He just gets the most out of his talent. Yeah. And, you know, they do something there that fans aren't going to like this probably, but it's reminiscent to what the great Yankee teams were. And I'm not making a comparison of the teams result-wise. I'm making a comparison of they don't really have a superstar. They just have a bunch of gamers. I tell you what, what's his name? Yandy Diaz might be one of my favorite players in baseball.
Oh,
that's
definitely
not on the Yankees. I absolutely, if I could make a team right now, somebody's like, who's your third baseman? I notice Machado's. I notice these guys. Yandy Diaz is getting serious consideration because the guy's a ball player. They have nothing but ball players on that team. Guys that put their head down, they hit the ball, and they run. Randy Arozarena. I mean, the list goes on and on. They just have a really good team of a bunch of ball players. And, you know, for anybody who doesn't understand what I mean by that, a ball player is like a Brett Gardner, who he doesn't showboat, he doesn't do nothing additional, but every single day you know you're getting 150 from him. You know that for a fact. You never question it. There's never a time he hits a pop-up, he doesn't hustle. He's always running, playing hard. Austin Meadows, they got a very good team. Well, Austin Meadows is now on
with the Detroit Tigers.
But they got a very, very good club over there. And they got a healthy pitching staff.
And that's the one thing I was about to say. It seems like they could just find anybody to be in their starting rotation. They literally, you right there, you have a post, come on. And they turn him into a phenomenal pitcher. Facts. When you look at both Randy Arozarena and Yandy Diaz, Yandy Diaz reminds me of that Paul O'Neill type of player. Not saying he's like Paul O'Neill, but the guy that worries more about his batting average and not that much when it comes to home runs. And that's what Yandy Diaz is. He doesn't strike out. Right, he puts the ball in play. He worries about his batting average. Home runs come when they come. But Yandy Diaz, he's a gamer. You can put him at any position, whether that be third base, first base. You could probably throw him in the outfield, put him at DH, and he's going to produce you. Randy Arozarena, that's the guy that if you have a franchise like the Tampa Bay Rays, that is a small market ball club, this is the guy that you want to be able to market your team to your fan base to.
No question.
He's always on the field. He's very interactive when it comes to the fans. After the games, he hangs out outside of the stadium and signs autograph for the fans. Randy Arozarena, he has won me over, and he started off tremendously in the World Baseball Classic, and he has continued it to this season right now. I think he's in 340 on the season, if I'm not mistaken, 330, something like that.
He's absolutely tearing the cover off the ball. He's off to a great start. And again, like somebody just said in the chat, they find scrappy players and they get the most out of them. These guys play every single game hard, and that's the way you got to do it. And look, I'm not, I'm not knocking the Yankees at all. I'm not beating up on the Yankees. But again, as content creators, we're going to talk about the little things that some people may avoid.
Yeah.
And we just bring it up. Look, man, the other night, the Yankees came back and beat one of the best relief pitchers in Major League Baseball in Emmanuel Clase. They came back and defeated them. Bro, the only thing I noticed about that at bat is why in the world is Oswaldo Cabrera staring at the ball for 25 minutes instead of running the bases?
Yeah.
You're showing who, first of all, no disrespect to Waldo. I love the guy. I made merch with him today. I got some stuff coming out of Waldo. I love Waldo. But who are you to show off Emmanuel Clase? Who are you exactly?
True.
You got him. Hustle and get a double instead of a single.
Point blank. If he
celebrate at second base. Don't celebrate when the ball's in play.
If he would have hit the box running out of the box or whatever, he definitely would have been at second base. But it's that hesitation that he had, 5 to 10 second hesitation, because he thought he hit a home run. And honestly, when he hit the ball, I thought he hit a home run also. You know, us Yankee fans, we all thought he hit a home run.
Me too.
But you have to be able to make sure it's a home run, and you got to get out of that box. Because God forbid, what happened in the bottom part of the inning? Clay Holmes loaded the bases.
Yep.
And what would have happened if they would have gotten 2 runs? Right, if Oswaldo Cabrera would have been at second base, he would have been in scoring position to potentially make it a 2-run lead instead of that 1 run.
Yeah, that's right. So that's my and again, I'm not saying at all that the Tampa Bay Rays don't pimp a homer every now and then. I'm not saying they don't showboat a little bit. All I'm saying is the way they overall play baseball, you know that team's gonna give it their all every single time out. There's a lot of times with Yankee players, even somebody at bats yesterday, man, they had 1 inning where I swear it was like 6 pitches. They were just like, all right, game's over.
They was trying to go. They had reservations at the restaurant. That's all it was.
Yeah, they were like, all right, guys, you know what tonight is. Come on, let's pump this one out and get out of here. Come on.
Yeah. Just to remind as well, we got about 75 people in the building. Guys, help us get to 100 likes. Hit the like buttons. It helps us out over here when it comes to the algorithm. But no, I agree with you. When it comes to that, that's the only thing we can criticize Oswaldo Cabrera for, because everything else he does amazing. He does amazing. He's
awesome. And again, look, I don't know if these are the things we don't know about, right? I don't know if Aaron Boone said something to him. I don't know if Rizzo or Judge say, hey, look, man, you know, when you're facing a guy like that and like that, we need you at second base, not first base. Yeah. I don't know. And it's not something to beat up about. It's, hey, man, you had the game-winning hit. No doubt about it. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact of the matter is, when that game winning hit happens, we need you to
you to be at second and not first base.
Let's not show up a guy like that. Show up. You want to show up at second base.
Yeah, point blank period. We ain't Josh Naylor over here. Ain't no rocking the baby. Ain't no rocking the baby.
Nah, we throwing that baby overboard.
That's right. Yeet it.
We love babies. We love babies. We love babies. Okay.
Yes. You know, the thoughts and views that have been shared on NyynewsTV doesn't reflect us as a whole.
Correct. Yes, I agree with that 150%. No doubt about it.
Let's go to the next one real quick, my guy. And it's from one of our friends.
Yeah, Don Sicario.
Don Sicario.
My guy.
He said, yesterday's L, it ain't bleep. On the next game, seriously, today, Yankees need to win it. And absolutely, we need to come back and we need to embarrass them. Same way they embarrassed us last night. We need to come back and we need to embarrass them today. And I think the Yankees will come out a lot stronger today than they did yesterday. Hopefully, for our sake, because if they don't, I ain't got no more hair to pull on my head.
Oof, I tell you what, I got some. Mine is starting to fall out pretty quickly, but I'll pull the rest of it out live. I mean, I don't mind. I'll go completely bald live, have patches, look completely nuts if I have to. But no, I mean, that sums it up, right? What else can you do? What else can you do? You know what I mean? You got to come back and be strong and immediately just come out and get on the board quickly. I'm going to call this real quick because we're going to get into a couple of stuff, but we are going to talk about the Yankees lineup today, but I am giving a little spoiler.
Go ahead, bro.
I think Anthony Volpe is going to have his game as a New York Yankee today. I'm putting it on the table. I'm putting it all on the table. This is it for me, guys. This is it. If he doesn't, I disappear for good. This is it.
No, we can't have that. No.
This is it, Hector.
We can't have that.
I'm putting it all on the line, damn it. I'm going to do it. I'm taking the plunge.
Don't bet the house.
I'm betting everything, damn it. The plunge is here. Today, no. But in all seriousness, I do believe that Anthony Volpe is going to have a breakout game today. I don't know why. It just feels right. I think today's a day that Anthony Volpe lets himself known that he's here to stay.
And I think we got a little bit of breaking news on the Carlos Rodon front.
Are we in trouble? What happened?
Aaron Boone says Carlos Rodon is ready to take off.
Oh!
He threw a bullpen session the other day. He feels good. He has another bullpen session Sunday or Monday, and apparently the Carlos Rodon train is going to be pulling into the station.
Oh man, right? I tell you what. You know how long I've been waiting to say this? Oh, the Don is on. I just been waiting so long to have him have like a big strikeout game and say that.
Yeah, shout out to my man Jonathan in the chat. I appreciate you for letting us know that. I pulled it up on Twitter right now. And yeah, Booney gave a press conference about 15, 20 minutes ago where he said that Carlos Rodon's first bullpen session was good. He has another one Sunday or Monday. So yeah, the Carlos Rodon train is pulling into the station. The dawn will be on, like Pete just said.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that.
I think that's a boost to our starting rotation that we definitely needed. Listen, Domingo Germán, Clark Smith, we understand what type of pitchers they are. They're not starting pitchers anymore in the major league. Put them in the bullpen, have them be long relievers. Johnny Brito, it was a hiccup when it comes to a rookie having a bad start. That always happens. But one thing I can say I was impressed about is he wasn't looking for excuses, right? After the game, right?
It was fantastic. Yeah. What he came out and said was absolutely fantastic. Just taking accountability for it. This happens.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
accountability, it goes a long way, especially us Yankee fans. If you're accountable for yourself, we're going to respect that. It's when you try to start sugarcoating stuff. It's when you try to say, oh, well, you know, this was the cause or that was the cause. No, if you were bad, just say you was bad. And he's like, listen, I'm going to sit down with the pitching coach. I'm going to go over film. I'm going to recognize what was wrong, and I'm just going to have to work on it to my next start. And that's the answer you want to hear.
Facts. And Hector, real quick, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to go ahead and play the 29-second clip of Aaron Boone so everybody could take a second to hear that real fast of his words exactly. Here we go.
Next for Rodon.
He threw again today. He's doing really well, actually, and now I feel like ready to take off a little bit. He threw and did a little touch and feel on the slope today also. He is scheduled for a 2-up bullpen Sunday or Monday, I believe, and then hopefully into lives from that point, you know, whatever, 2 or 3 days after that.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, it's better news than anything. I mean, he's going to throw a bullpen. He came out of it healthy. Do a couple of more things, and from there, you know, he gets some live batters faced, and I think after the live batters, you're right into a rehab assignment. So I still think we're probably looking at end of next month. The earliest, I think that's fair. Probably more end of next month, end of May.
That's why what happened, because like I said, as much as us Yankee fans, we want to see Carlos Rodon out there on the mound, don't rush him.
There's no reason to. I need him healthy.
Yeah, we need him healthy because
fully feeling great.
We need him more for September and October and not May. Like I said, would we like to see him on the mound? Absolutely. We want to see what our big boy can do. It's our big acquisition in the offseason. We want to see what that power lefty can do. But at the same time, if you're a smart Yankee fan, you realize and you recognize that we need him the most in September and October, so we need him to be healthy. So the Yankees, trust the process, don't rush him back, and allow him to make his way back just seamlessly.
Big facts. Big facts. I'm right there with you. And speaking of seamlessly,
go ahead,
the Yankees make a seamless transaction today as they designated Colton Brewer for assignments. And they call up Greg Weissert, who, by the way, was looking phenomenal in AAA. And look, there was a lot of times last year that Greg Weissert looked fantastic too. So he just gotta do his thing, put it together. And, you know, he got a chance to show up and show out and stick in his pen. That's one of the things about the Yankees pen that I talked about for a while is they got a lot of arms in the minor leagues that can help.
Yeah.
Greg Weissert's one. I think Matt Crook is going to be the next one. Lefty Matt Crook.
Oh, he is killing it early part of the season.
Yeah, I think he's going to be up pretty soon. So, yeah, I expect that. So I like the idea of Weissert coming up. The Yankees obviously need a starting pitcher. And now he's kind of in there because Colton Brewer is gone. He's DFA'd. So he's going to likely get a pretty decent look with the Yankees in the pen. And guys, by the way, if you are not checking out the Farm Report on NyynewsTV.com every night by Dane Huber and my man Carlos, you got to be checking it. Nobody else is giving you the information of the games, but also providing video footage of those games in that same realm and area. You just go on it. Oh, let me press this. Oh, let me see that Jones home run. Let me see that Dominguez home run. I'm going to go from there. Dominguez, by the way, does not have a hit yet. And
no.
Double A. It's okay though. It'll be all right.
It's okay. Early part of the season. Right. Early part of the season. He has 4 walks. He has a couple of strikeouts, stuff like that. But Spencer Jones, that is who is killing it in the minor leagues. And all you Yankee prospects, move over because Spencer Jones, he is climbing up that chart. And this guy, when they say players that go to Vanderbilt or MLB ready, they aren't lying.
Yeah,
because Spencer Jones looked like he is MLB ready.
They got an unbelievable program over there, and I told you, me and Dane, the same that we talked to actually 2 different advanced scouts, and what we do is we send the same email to different people, and then we put our stuff together of what the conversations were like. And in the off season, bro, no joke, I'm not even kidding. We both had different scouts tell us that if the Yankees wanted to rush this kid to the majors this year, they believe he can do it. That's how advanced they feel this kid is. Now, the test is really going to be when he gets to Double A. Yeah. If he goes to Somerset and the kid is hitting 300 plus, high 280s, 290s at his height and his size and hitting for power and doing all that, bro, look out, man. You're looking at one of the I don't care what anybody says. You're looking at one of the top prospects in Major League Baseball. Forget about anybody else, because the only big difference here is, and again, this is not a knock on Jason Dominguez. I think Dominguez is great. Dominguez is also very raw. He's a very raw talent. Like, he didn't have Vanderbilt on his side to go, hey, come on, boom, 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 let's go. That program is known to develop major leaguers. And and Jones is already a little bit on the, I don't want to say older, but a lot more of professional style baseball. Already seasoned under his belt. More seasoned is the right word. Here it is. That it wouldn't shock me one bit to see this guy make a tremendous jump this year. That fans are going to be, hey, I mean, is he the starting center fielder in 2024? Is Dominguez the starting left fielder? Are we going to really go that route? And you know what it could be? It could come down to that Volpe and Peraza again next year.
Yeah,
if we're lucky,
it's a good problem to have, because you bring up Volpe and Peraza, they're in our infield up the middle, and then you look at Dominguez and Spencer Jones, 2 more players that we could put into. And this is the key when you're building a contending team, right? You're gonna have your big money contracts, right? With Garrett Cole, Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge. You need to be able to sprinkle around the young talent around them that doesn't cost that much, so you could use your money wisely, right? So if you need another starting pitcher, you could spend that money for a starting pitcher. If you need another reliever, you could spend that money on the reliever, because you know for 6 years you got 4 young guys who are under control, and that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and that's something I even talked about in the offseason. I talked about that a lot when I said, hey, you know, that's the reason why you should look to get Volpe and Peraza in your infield. Then you got the influx of Dominguez, Everson. And I'll tell you this. I don't have a date set for a Somerset event, but we really might have to do one. The reason why I bring this up, there's a very strong possibility that in the next month or so, their outfield is going to be Dominguez, Jones, and Everson Pereira. That is friggin' awesome, man. And if that is not must watch as a Yankee fan, I don't know what else is must watch, because Everson Pereira is really friggin' good. Yeah. People underrate him a ton because of Dominguez and Jones. Same thing with Oswald Peraza. Oh, Volpe. But you're missing out on a guy who is tremendous because of that. But that's the life of prospects. But the Yankees have an opportunity to really instill that youth to go along with the big contracts of Aaron Judge, Cole, Stanton. It's going to be exciting, man. I'm very, very excited. Another guy, too, since we're on prospects, Trey Sweeney is looking.
I was just about to say that. He is having an amazing start to the season,
He worked on a new swing. He worked on a new swing in the offseason. That's something, again, that Dane put out there before anybody. So salute to my guy, Dane.
Shout out to Dane.
Dane had his guy tell him, no, he revamped his entire swing. He's getting more launch angle. And there was a little concern there about the power. He's early on. He is looking like it is going to make a serious difference. And it'll be interesting to see if the Yankees go, hey, you know, third base or first base is open, buddy. Let's see what you got. You never know.
Yeah. As well, Austin Wells as well is over there when it comes to Somerset.
Chappie's
My
going
friend
off.
Andres Chaparro, he started the season a bit. Andres the Giant, yeah. He started the season a little bit sluggish, but ever since he got his first home run, he has been killing it. So
ever since he got his first home run, he got about 5 now.
Ever since then, yeah, I know. But it's crazy, bro, because we've never, and anybody who says that they have, you're full of it. There's never been this much talent in the Yankees farm system all at the same time.
No, not
all
at
the same time.
And not at this level. We've always had, hopes
one
and
or
prayers.
2 here and there. Yeah.
It was always hopes and prayers on certain guys.
You started the Yankeeography a bit early.
Correct, exactly. But with these guys, man, I mean, this is a crop. And everybody in the chat just keeps putting out more names that we're forgetting. Tyler Hardman is off to a phenomenal start.
Another
at AA,
unranked prospect.
and is probably going to push himself to AAA sooner than we expect. But there's a lot of guys. You're right, man, and we haven't even really touched some of the guys that are getting left out on the pitching side.
Yeah.
On the offense side of the ball, holy hell! I mean,
yeah.
There's
100%.
a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them.
And Hirsch in the chat put Chaparro is built like Miggy Cabrera. What you got to understand, when I had that conversation with Chaparro, that interview with Chaparro, it was a great convo. But one of the things that he said is that this offseason, he was working with Miguel Cabrera. Right. So that's one of the guys that he was working with during the offseason this year. First time he was able to work with
Venezuelan love.
Exactly. This is the first time in the offseason he worked with Miguel Cabrera. And you can see proof is in the pudding. He killed in the spring training and he's killing it so far early part of the season. So shout out to my friend Andres Chaparro.
Yep. No doubt, man. No doubt at all. Oh,
go ahead, baby.
I got this is also from LI. Oh crap. I don't know about this now. This is not LI Super Chat. I'm going to put this on the screen, matter of fact. Let me put this tweet on the screen right here.
Yes, sir.
News. Aaron Judge has finally won a bitter legal battle for the trademark to his All Rise catchphrase.
Okay.
Stopping a man who tried to sweep in and cash in on it. What does that mean for All Rise? Oh my God.
Ooh.
Oh, no. All Rise might have to get a new name at some point. Is Judge gonna come? Judge might come after me.
He's gonna hit you with that cease and assist.
Let me tell you something, though. He could have the copyright. I got Spank. Okay.
Yeah.
I got Spank.
Yeah.
Take it easy now, Judgy. You don't want that smoke from Spank.
Credit to Judge though, being able to win this case and stuff like that, because it ticks me off when people try to slide under the rate and try to be that sneaky and try to like put the trademark. Like you have the show All Rise, but you didn't try to go out there and make a trademark for it, knowing that it was Aaron Judge's
I'm gonna grab this thing real quick and do that. Yeah.
It's like not sure if you know how much have you listened to WFAN, but back in the days they had a whole thing with the armpit, something like that, the ball spray or something like that, and they were talking about it on air. This was Boomer and Craig back when they had the show, and they were talking about it on air. Literally, when they went into commercial break, somebody who was listening went online and copyrighted and trademarked that. So they weren't able to start that company.
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, Judge, I welcome the challenge, my friend. No, I'm just kidding. It's for the Yankees. We love Senor Judgy.
Gotta love Judgy Wudgy.
Yes, of course. Get into the next one here.
Let's go to the next one, baby.
A little bit of
some pitching.
Pitching here.
Okay, all right.
This is from @NY_Evil Empire. It's pretty remarkable that even after last night's disaster, and in spite of all the injuries, the Yankees still maintained a 4th lowest team ERA in baseball.
Which is true. Early part of the season, we do understand that. Garrett Cole has been pitching phenomenal out the gate. He is 3-0. Nasty Nestor goes today for the Yankees. But so far, so good when it comes to, even though Rodon and Sevy aren't in the starting rotation, we criticize Smith and we criticize Herman, but the starting pitching, they haven't been getting blown up. They're not going out there giving up 5, minus yesterday. They're not going out there giving up 5-6 runs every other day, right? They've been able to hold it down, and the bullpen as well. You know, even though Clay Holmes can scare you a little bit in that 9th inning, Wandy Peralta hasn't given up a run so far. He is looking phenomenal. Marinaccio is stepping it up, like you said. Yep. We can see him probably battling for that closer role later on in the season.
I think so, man. It's funny. That's something we talked about a lot last year too, and I think that's a possibility that he may get in that role at some point. Got really good stuff, but they've been good. But the good thing is, the guys that we expected to be good have been good. And that is predominantly Cole and Nestor. They've been phenomenal. Cole and Nestor have been really good. We're going to see Nestor Cortez tonight, which is leading up right into our conversation about today's ball game. That, of course, you can watch right here on NyynewsTV Games.
Make sure.
Just letting you guys know. But yeah, man, they've been really good. They've been good. What are we expecting from Clark Schmidt? What are we expecting from Domingo Germán? What are we expecting from? And this is no knock on Johnny Brito. And I think Johnny Brito's a major league starting pitcher. I don't care what yesterday showed. Same. I think Johnny Brito obviously has the stuff to be a major league starting pitcher. Johnny Brito is also ranked 27th out of 30 prospects, which I think is absolute baloney.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Yeah.
I don't know how that even happened. But at the end of the day, when the season began, what did any of us expect from Johnny Brito? Nothing. You can't sit there and go, well, I thought he was going to be good. If anybody asked me about him, I would say this. I hope he does well in AAA, and he's a guy that spots every now and then potentially, maybe finds his own at this level in some sort of role. But what were you expecting there? The two guys that were mainstays in the rotation have been excellent.
Yeah,
They've been good.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Johnny Brito to be Aaron Smalls this season.
No,
I wasn't
Sean
Chacon. I wasn't expecting none of that. But whatever we're getting out of Johnny Brito is just a plus, right? Because we all know going into this season, we was counting on our 4 top pitchers, and that's Cole, Severino, Carlos Rodon, and Nasty Nestor. Anything else we got from anyone, it just would have been an add-on and a plus. And the first 3 starts from Johnny Brito, he had 1 clunker. We get that.
Yeah,
let's see what happens. Let's see how he responds. That's going to be the real test if he can make it here on the major league level. It's you could get destroyed, but how do you respond after you get destroyed?
I'm right there with you, man. And look, it's the same thing about like if you have a bad experience at a restaurant, right? You're gonna tell more people than if you had a good experience.
It's
the same situation in your mind, right? Is that Johnny Brito had a clunker? That's gonna overshadow everything. I could tell by the comments I've already seen. We thought too highly of him, and Johnny, he was never a top guy, guys. I mean, it was too decent.
It's the backtracking.
Start.
It's the backtracking. We all sipped the Kool-Aid a little bit early. We see them get blown up, and now everybody want to backtrack.
Yeah, I'm not gonna backtrack. I think Johnny Brito could be in a major league rotation, like Hector just said. That's a great point. It's imperative to see his next start happen. It's imperative to see what his bounce back looks like. And if I know Johnny Brito about what I've seen early on, even yesterday getting shelled, he didn't look fazed. He didn't see like concern in his face where he's like, holy crap, I don't have it. He didn't seem that. He was obviously frustrated. Who wouldn't be? He had some guys come over to support him. I saw Big G come over there and talk to him a couple of times.
Rizzo.
So, guys are going to tell you simply, hey, man, it happened to me. Cole could sit there and go, bro, this happened to me before. You see my contract? It happened to me. Look at my contract I got. That didn't change anything for me. So go out there again and do what you got to do.
And even with the struggles, and we'll get into the lineup for today's game later on, but even with the struggles from Anthony Volpe, he's not putting his head in the towels in between his legs after every. He is right there at the guardrail with Aaron Judge and Anthony Rizzo, and they're talking about, all right, this is how you approach this pitcher. This is what I'm seeing from him. And you see Anthony Volpe just soaking in all of that information. Like I said, he may be struggling right now, but he doesn't look overmatched. He doesn't look like he doesn't belong, because he definitely belongs.
No doubt about it. He definitely belongs. And we missed before we get into the lineup on today, we missed a super chat from LI Yankee King. I want to get that one out. He said, hot take. Yankees with Judge, Peraza, Volpe, Jones, Dominguez will be the next core 5 that leads the Yankees to a dynasty, with Yamamoto and Murakami from NPB Japan Baseball, the Nippon League. Yamamoto, I highly doubt happens to the Yankees, but you never know. But Murakami, I think, is a huge target for the Yankees. Of course, Rory Sasaki, we've talked about a lot. But
oh God,
good. Thank you, Li. We appreciate it, man.
And honestly, that's not that much of a hot take when you think about it, right? That's not
it's what the Yankees want.
Hot take.
It's what the Yankees want, obviously. So yeah. It's really not
Brian Cashman's legacy is going to bank on if these prospects come through.
No doubt.
His legacy is going to really depend on what happens with this next group of prospects.
I don't even want to say I feel bad for Brian Cashman, but I could bring myself to feel a little bad for him if Volpe doesn't pan out, if Dominguez doesn't pan out. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, How is he going to be? He's not even going to be remembered for the dynasty anymore. I mean,
Nope.
you almost can't, because there's a whole new generation of fans who are going to sit back and go, you rode with these guys and look what happened.
Exactly.
You know? So, wow, that's absolutely scary. But
that's going to be a big one right there. Guys, if you guys can, before we get into the lineup, you see there's a pinned comment on the top of the chat.
Please.
If you guys can, please go and subscribe to the Brew Crew Sports. This morning, if you're a Knicks fan, we had on MSG's own Bill Pito. He does the pre and post games for the Knicks. He told us if we're inside of the building, Bill Pito is going to have us there with him calling the pre and post game. So you may be able to see us during the playoffs. So guys, please go over there, subscribe to Brew Crew Sports. We're doing a giveaway as well. Once we get to 500 subscribers, one of our sponsors, Homage, is going to throw us out a jersey out there. Whether you're a Yankee fan or a Knicks fan, you'll be able to get a sweater at 500 subscribers. And at 1,000 subscribers, you'll be able to get a Knicks or a Yankees jersey at 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys can enter into the giveaway, just subscribe to the channel. That's all you got to do, and you will be entered into the giveaway. So all you got to do, just hit that one subscribe button.
Big facts, guys, and please go ahead and take a second and do that. The beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance also put the link again in the chat, but it's also pinned.
Yes.
Today's lineup.
And on top, my fault. I'm sorry.
Just one thing. Good. Please,
and on top of next Tuesday, like Scott Braun, Eric Kratz will be calling the game with Pete Seminetti as well. I will have on Scott Braun either Tuesday and Thursday on Yankees Morning Brew to discuss the series, to discuss the Yankees versus Angels. And the following week, I will have AJ Przinsky. So you'll see me having a conversation with AJ Przinsky. I'm going to tag Pete Seminetti on that, like we the Dudley boys. Tag me in, baby.
Yeah. Bingo. Yeah,
all right, let's get to the lineup.
Awesome, man. But get into the lineup today. Anthony Volpe leading up for the New York Yankees, followed by Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo, Stanton, Torres, Cordero, Franchi, baby, Cabrera, Trevino, and IKF is in at third base today for our New York Yankees.
One thing I could say, I like this lineup. Even with the struggles of Anthony Volpe, they sat him down the other day. Cabrera was playing shortstop. He hasn't gone with IKF at shortstop. And I think that the IKF project at shortstop, it's over. We don't got to worry about that. So you'll see IKF at third base and in center field, but no more IKF at shortstop.
So they just, they moved them. They moved him just to another position he doesn't play in center field. That's the Yankees for you. And now he's also, then again, he's also an ace now too, so that's even better.
Oh, yeah. Shohei Ohtani, move over. We got the best two-way play in all of baseball.
Shohei, get out of here. Get out
of
here,
But I want to ask you, right, when it comes to IKF, and before we get out of here, when it comes to IKF, who do you think is a better center fielder, IKF or Tony Womack?
Oh, man, that's a good one because some infielders moving to the outfield.
That never played the position in their life.
Yeah. You know what? As of what I've seen so far, I got to give it to IKF, man. Tony Womack has lost a couple of times.
He was horrible out there in center field.
Horrendous in center field. That was such a George Steinbrenner thing, fam.
George Steinbrenner was like, you're fast. You got an arm. Put him in center field. Bernie's too slow.
All I ever think of is like the Larry David, George Steinbrenner from Seinfeld. Put him in center field. It's okay. He'll do good. Don't worry about it. Put him in center. It's okay. He's gonna do good. He's gonna do good.
and not for nothing. That's why the Yankees are so iconic, because even though you got a show like Seinfeld, who was created by guys that are Met fans, the best part about that show was the Yankee storyline. Was George Costanza working for the Yankees?
Yes.
That was the best part of that storyline.
The traveling secretary. Secretary to the traveling.
It actually helped George Steinbrenner with his PR relationship with how people were looking at him, because everybody hated George Steinbrenner.
Yeah,
they put that bit into the storyline thinking they were going to cash in on making fun of George Steinbrenner. Yeah. No, it just made people like George Steinbrenner even more.
And George loved it. George Steinbrenner loved it. Him himself absolutely loved it. Costanza got the calzones.
Great show, great TV, man. Great show. Pete, my guy.
Life is great. My goodness.
This was an awesome Get Yanked. Shout out to our brother Jigga Man Porto, who's going to be here on this Friday.
My guy.
Shout out to the chat as well. The usual Anthony Medina. My guy Fritz. I am the Gotham Daredevil Yankee Walter. Fritz be changing up his name like every other week.
Freddy. I just call him Freddy Fritz.
Oh, man, Unclone Capone. Oh, man, I remember that game. Remember when Bubba Crosby collided with Gary Sheffield and Bro, I was.
And then the same offseason after that, Brian Cashman got the nerve to tell us he could still be the center fielder. Oh, we're good with Bubba Crosby in center field. Yeah, okay, buddy. Come on, stop it.
George Steinbrenner heard that. It was like, made a phone call, and we signed Johnny Damon a week afterwards?
Yeah, like right after it. It was like immediately after it. He heard that. I was like, he said, get Johnny on the phone.
Yeah, ASAP. I'll give him the scissors myself.
Yeah. Let me talk to Johnny.
Oh, man. But guys, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button for the boys on your way out of here. And as well, hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 20K. You know, we're at 15K right now, 15.1, but help us get to 20K. Pete, my man, any last words for the people before we get out of here?
No, only last words I got to say is the rest of my night is going to be loaded, guys. We got Game Season Live coming up, and then we're doing NYYPD tonight after the game. So after Derek finishes up his recap, we got like a 30-minute break to regroup, do what we got to do, and then we're going right into NYYPD. So make sure you guys are there for all of that fun stuff. For me right now, I'm going to take, 30 minutes, get everything set up here, get ready to rock and roll, and give you guys a ball game to call.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you clear up your vocal cords. Get your tea. Get your tea with your honey.
A little bit of honey's in it. A little bit of honey's in it.
We need the heat. Yeah, we need a little bit of the heat, all right.
You know I got my heat ready to run. They're always loaded and locked in. Always loaded and locked in.
But like always on every Fridays, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you have tuned in to another episode of Get Yanked. I am your guy, Hector, a.k.a. host of the Morning Brew, and I am with my guy, Mr. Pete Simonetti. And if you ain't down with us, we got 2 words for you.
Get Yanked!
Oh, yeah, baby.
Adios!